We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Underway in Buffalo. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Falcon offense about ready to go to work here for the first time, and leading them as he has since 2008 is the veteran quarterback, former MVP, Matt Ryan.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A look there at how Davis did a week ago. 14 carries, 53 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and a coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that, but they've got to have some contingency.
It got his man complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended target, Mike Davis. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Davis again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
In any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. And they're going to get him. They bring him down a sack back at the 16-yard line. Chase Young racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. We see the Bills offense take the field here at quarterback, Josh Allen.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win, like a good pitcher, without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Now Allen. Pass incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to go deep for Beasley. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's second down. Ryan going to give this to Davis. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head. 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Diggs with a good footwork. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And finding Emmanuel Sanders here. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks of the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop him. They knew they had to meet him with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Davis running left. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
And that's a good substantial run there from Mike Davis. And how about his career resurgence? Because he's bounced around a bit in the NFL. From San Francisco to Seattle to Chicago to Carolina. And now here with the Atlanta Falcons. Always dependable, Mike Davis.
Bryant's pass taken in by Ridley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, folks, there have been fewer than 10 quarterbacks in NFL history that have hit 60,000 passing yards, and Matt Ryan is now one of them. What an accomplishment for the #1 overall pick back in 2008. This is a guy that oftentimes does it with not much fanfare. He had Julio Jones for a big part of these yards, but often overlooked by Breeze, Brady, Manning, and Rodgers during his tenure in the NFL. But he has been fantastic and consistent. What a job by Matt Ryan.
Touchdown, Falcons! Russell Gage, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Bills going to take over again on offense.
There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short. 3rd and... to the air. Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Instead of a 3rd-and-1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it. On first down, Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Good call there on first down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Allen hit. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. 20, 10, and this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon team. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. That'll be complete to Breida. That catch good for only a couple. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen escaping the pressure right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. On play action, Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bumped. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Devin Singletary there. Allen will try again on second down. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away.
This is taken at about the 14.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, they went back to it, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. From midfield now, here's Ryan. And it's complete, right back to Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area, and he just put it well over his head out of harm's way.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
This is caught. Well, they are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Allen's throw is complete.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Falcons grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Atlanta regains possession of the football.
And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
To throw again on second down, Ryan. And this is caught at the 20. And he will be taken down inside the Buffalo 20. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Handoff, running left is Davis. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And to give this time to the tailback. Ooh, with a juke. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up. Ryan. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Falcons.